What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement, baby. And you know the deal. You know what I'm about to talk about. About to talk about that game of our LA Lakers against the Oklahoma City Thunder. As always, I'm going to start with the stats, talk about the bad, then I'm going to get in with the good part of what I seen in the game. So let's start with the stats. The Lakers field goal percentage, we shot 40%, they shot 47%. 3-point percentage, once again, we 7 for 32, 21%. Them 9 for 26, 34%. Free throws made attempt, 19 for 24 for us, 79%. Them 14 for 17, 82%. I mean, we went through the free throw line a lot more. That's mostly due to the part of Julius Randle. Also rebounding, we had 41, they had 46. Hustle man points, we had 20 assists, they had 29. Steals, we had 15, they had 15. Blocks, we had 2, they had 6. Total turnovers, we had 22, they had 20. Fast break points. Now, usually the Lakers are pretty good at fast break points, but this time we didn't do too good because we settled for the 3. And when we settle for the 3, one thing about it is always, as said, you live by the jumper, you die by the jumper. So anyway, fast break points, we had 9, they had 26. Points in the paint, we had 44. Now, this is crazy. This is like NBA score right here. They had 62 points in the paint. That's crazy. Personal fouls is always 18, 22. Wasn't that bad. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about what I seen. So I'm going to start with our team first and foremost. So, first and foremost, I'm going to say something about Luke Walton. Now, Luke Walton, said it that, he's not focusing on winning. He wants to see the team gel. He wants to see what he can get out the team, and we get that. We understand that. But at the same time, you are hired to win games. With that being said, the Lakers had a good chance to win in this game. A lot of this loss right here will really fall on Luke Walton. Bad rotation. And the reason why I said bad rotation because, number one, in the first quarter when we was actually in the game, Julius Randle was manhandling him. They couldn't stop Julius Randle. 5 minutes into the game, they took Julius Randle out. And they brought in, some of the guys from the second unit. Once they took them out, that's when things, and I'm not saying things started to fall apart, but that's when they really took advantage of it. Now, Julius Randle had a good game. I love to see him get 10 boards, but he had 9, which ain't bad. He was 7 for 10. He even shot a 3. Free throws at the beginning, I think it was like 5 for 5. Then he started missing a couple towards the end. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, only 2 turnovers. Not bad for him. And he actually went to the basket. And even though his shot is ugly, it's falling. I respect that. Nick Young played pretty good. But at the same time, one thing about Nick Young is Nick Young. He played good defense. But I want to talk a little bit about our perimeter defense and our interior defense. And I'm going to start with D'Angelo Russell. And I know a lot of D'Angelo Russell fans are going to get upset. They're going to probably be kind of biased. But you got to call it for what it is. D'Angelo Russell, right now at this point in time, we understand he's 20 years old. Now, the biggest problem with D'Angelo Russell is that he cannot stay in front of his man. I know a lot of people say, well, it's Westbrook. Who can stay in front of Westbrook? Which is true. I agree with that. But if you go back and look at the Utah Jazz game, Atlanta Hawks game, Harden is not a fast dude. He just usually uses his body to push people around. He couldn't stand in front of Harden. He definitely couldn't stand in front of Hill. Hill did whatever he wanted, got to the basket however he chose to. D'Angelo Russell, if you watch his game, on defense, the guy has this main problem where once the guy breaks him down and gets past him, D'Angelo Russell will give up on him. And, like D'Angelo Russell will stay to the side of the opponent and drop the opponent to Moscow. And this is what I'm starting to see with our interior defense. Moscow, and I've been eating this guy up for a while about his interior defense. Moscow played pretty good tonight. And I'm upset with Luke Walton that he did not bring Moscow back into the game when we made our little runs. But anyway, D'Angelo Russell, when his opponent drives to the paint and goes to Moscow will come over to help out D'Angelo Russell's defender. When he goes over to help out, what happens is Moscow's man is actually wide open in the paint, and it turns into either a lob or easy layup, pick and rolls, stuff like that. And the Lakers have been getting killed on those pick and rolls, them backdoor cuts, backdoor screens, them lobs. We been getting destroyed. We're making players who are not your natural scorer look like all-stars in that interior paint. Adams should not have that type of game. I'm being honest with you. And it all starts with our perimeter defense. If our guards can play better D, man-to-man stoppage on some of these players, they would not be getting all these easy layups in the paint. And it wouldn't be so hard on Mozgov. Mozgov, like I said before, is not a fast type of defender. He uses his body to move around. Because he's slow on his feet, he cannot get back. And that's when D'Angelo Russell, man, gets past D'Angelo and he goes to Mozgov and Mozgov steps up. Somebody on the weak side is supposed to come over and pick up Mozgov's player, but no one's coming over, and then they rotate too late. And we're not being aggressive. We're being like soft, like we're afraid to make body contact. You know, you'll look at Julius Randle and say, okay, well, he had a good game offensively. Defensively, not so much. At the beginning of the quarter, we did good, but then we started to fall apart. Now, Luke Walton got in there, didn't do anything. Had a good couple defensive plays, but didn't do nothing. We looked sloppy, and I know OKC looked sloppy too, but OKC can afford it because they was actually up 7, 12, 15, 16. They were up, so they could make turnovers because they have spurts where they're going like an 8-0 run or they'll go up by 10, 12 points. So they are capable of making those turnovers, you know, especially when Westbrook gets to the paint. Now, another thing I seen at the end of the day is that, like I said, the bad rotation. Luke Walton brought Calderon in. Brought him in for 4 minutes. He came in, didn't do nothing. Westbrook shut him down. He had a turnover. Westbrook blew past him a couple times. Luke Walton called a timeout, took him right out. With that being said, right there, in 4 minutes, he allowed Calderon get in for 4 minutes, gave him some time. As soon as Westbrook, you know, took it to him, Luke Walton called a timeout, took him right up. That lets you know right then and there that Luke Walton is trying to win these games. If he wasn't trying to win these games, he would have had him out there a little longer to see how it works. He only had 4 minutes. Westbrook showed him off. They got him out. Sabonis could not play Randle. I don't know why they didn't utilize this matchup and actually killed him. Sabonis, you couldn't stick him. Mozgov, I was kind of upset that Mozgov did not get back in. Mozgov was doing pretty good. He had 8 points, 4 from 5. He had 5 boards. He played 24 minutes. I think he should have been in towards the time when Adams was killing us. Even they had Tariq Black in, but I think the matchup with Mozgov would have been much better because he was giving them problems down low. If only D'Angelo would stay in front. And I'm not going to just beat on D'Angelo because Jordan Clarkson also was getting beat. They had Brandon Ingram on him. He shot over Brandon Ingram. They had Nick Young on him. Nick Young, probably all of them played a better defense on him. But at the end of the day, he still broke Nick Young down. Not as much, but Nick Young, what he did is he kept him from getting to the paint. That's when he just started throwing lobs up over top of Nick Young to Adams. But it wasn't as many. Now, the thing about it, that's my biggest thing with the Lakers, that the Lakers' perimeter defense have to play much better as a team. We know D'Angelo Russell is 20 years old. We know that he's going to go through these growing pains of learning how to play defense. Everybody and their mother know he can score, but he is suspect on defense. There are games where he does play good defense, and he does get a good defense when the guy's trying to bang bodies with him down low and they try to get to the paint. He plays good defense in spurts, but when it's like ISO plays, he cannot guard those guards. When they get him at the top of the key and they break him down, they blow right past him. Mozgov come over to help out, or somebody come help out, and that man wide open. And the biggest thing the Lakers are doing is that because they do not trust in their defense, they're collapsing in the paint to help out. And I mean the whole team, not 1 or 2 people, but the whole team. And when they collapse sometimes at the wrong time. And then times when they do collapse, is a man wide open to the perimeter. So the opposition is reading the Lakers defense to a T. Okay, when I penetrate, if the Lakers break down and collapse, there's a man wide open at the perimeter on the corner for the pocket 3. Or if nobody come over quick enough to pick up Mozgov, man, I'm going to just pass out an easy layup or a lob to my center. And that's what's been going on with the Lakers from day one. This is the main reason why we're having a lot of inside the paint points from our opponents. We got to shut that down. And like I said, I'm not going to hound D'Angelo Russell. Like Lou Williams, he coming in, ISO play, desperation shots, throwing up prayers and all that. To me, like I said today, a lot of them are not playing within the system. You can see it. A lot of them are just out there playing. Now, let me see. Larry Nance, he came in, he played a little bit defense, didn't do too much. You didn't really see too much of him because he only played 12 minutes. This is my problem with the rotation. I would not have Calderon in there. I'm just being honest with you. Metal World Peace would not be playing 4 minutes. That 4 minutes could went to Brandon Ingram. I would not have Metal World Peace in there. I'll let Brandon Ingram in there. Brandon Ingram, I know he struggled 3 for 10, but that comes with the contested shots. because the Lakers are not making an extra pass to get players open for them extra shots. A lot of these shots were forced shots. When we down like 10, 12 points, we live and die by that three instead of going to the paint, drawing fouls, and getting to the free throw line. We can't sit there and just sit at, for the 3-point arc. We're not Golden State Warriors, where these guys come in and just bang threes, shooting 50%. Jordan Clarkson should have been penetrating more often, going to the paint. He had 29 minutes. He was 6 for 14. He had a lot of bad plays. He had a couple passes he passed to Tariq Black. Tariq Black, as always, fumbling the ball, wasn't ready for it. Turned it over a couple times. So we got to fix that. We definitely got to fix that with Tariq Black. Another thing also, what else we got? Like I said, Luke Williams. Like I said, my thing at the end of the day is that my biggest problem is that I definitely would have brought Mozgov back in. Metta World Peace would not got no playing time. That 4 minutes would went to Brandon. He would have got 25 minutes. Carteron would never got no playing time. At the end of the day, I would have had somebody else. I would have gave Larry Nance more time, but not at the center spot. That small ball does not work on every team. Why do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers beat these boys? Because they went inside on them. And the same thing what the Lakers are doing, getting done to them right now. Is teams are going inside on them and destroying them from the inside. And it's opened up easier shots on the perimeter and on the pocket perimeters. So the Lakers have to play better perimeter defense. And I'm talking about Jordan Clarkson, Lou Williams, D'Angelo Russell. These are the main three. They got to play better perimeter defense. No matter who they hit on Westbrook, Westbrook was doing whatever he want. Some of the other guards on OKC were also getting to the basket too with ease. There was not enough physical defense on these guys. Now, I ain't talking about beat them up or nothing like that, but at the end of the day, the Lakers were not playing physical type of defense. Mozgov was probably the only one that was real aggressive, that was actually going at it, trying his best to play defense. The last 2 games, Mozgov played pretty good. You got what you expect from Mozgov, but I think they need to play him more, especially on those matchups, because it makes much more sense. I don't know why Lou would put Luke Walton, first and foremost, not Lou Williams, but I don't know why Luke Walton would put Larry Nance on Adams. Adams is like 7 feet tall. Larry Nance 6'9". Larry Nance is more of a type of person that can come in and elevate. He's not somebody that's going to just jump up and elevate. They was getting out rebound by this guy. This guy had a monster game against him, and that shouldn't even happen. He should not have had a monster game against him. 12 rebounds. Westbrook 12 rebounds. And like I said the other day, Oladipo coming in, getting to the basket. Had a bad game, but at the end of the day, he was getting to the basket. The guy Robertson, if he could hit a 3, if he could shoot, he was wide open every time. But 0 for 3. Even though that's probably the one they wanted to shoot, just didn't do too much. The Lakers, like I said before, our hustle man defense what keeps us in the game. Those jump in the middle on the steal when somebody passing it, we intercept the ball, we get a turnover, we on the fast break. But the Lakers decided to sit back and take the 3 instead of going to the paint, drawing fouls. There's other ways that the Lakers can score, and they need to utilize their skill set, especially Jordan Clarkson. Stop selling for the 3. That's what he did this game. The first game, he came out, he attacked the basket when they played against Houston Rockets. The last couple games, he's selling for the 3 again. He didn't take too many. He was 0 for 3. He basically ain't shooting good the last 3 games behind the arc. He need to get to the paint, get his confidence up, attack the basket. Draw fouls. That's what Kobe do. When Kobe's cold, Kobe go to the basket. Dwayne Wade, when he's cold, he go to the basket. To be an elite guard, you got to find other ways to score. You just can't sit behind the arc and think that you're going to hope and pray that a 3 falls in. To get the crowd going. We need to win games. We don't want to get behind, losing, be 1-4 on the road. The Lakers should have won this game. If we actually, like I said, I blame this most on Luke Walton because he did call the timeout and actually matched the lineup according to what OKC had on the floor. He didn't take advantage of it. Instead, he had a small ball team, even though we scored, but we couldn't stop them on the opposite part of the court. With that being said, it's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Like I said before, this is my opinion according to what I watch. I know a lot of D'Angelo Russell fans might get upset with me, but I got to call it how it is as a watcher of the game and observer of the game. If I see bad plays, even like I told y'all, Larry Nance and Jordan Clarkson are my main players on the Lakers, and I'm gonna get on them when I see them do bad. No one escape when you do bad, because why? I want to see better production from our team. In order for us to strive to be a better team, we got to call it out and make sure we acknowledge it. Like I said, at the end of the day, y'all guys have a blessed day. Take care, and as always, it's your man Urban Lover signing off from your mama's basement.